Honorable Vice President of India, Radhakrishnan ji, Honorable Governor of Andhra Pradesh, Abdul Nazir ji, Honorable CM of Andhra Pradesh, Chandrababu ji, Venkaiah Naidu ji is also here. Dignitaries on the dais, ladies and gentlemen, all my friends, brothers and sisters, Namaskar. It's a special day and I'm so happy to be here to be sharing these moments with you. My father came from a very, very humble background, had a challenging life because the pockets were not deep. We stayed in 2 rooms in a chawl, which was a kitchen cum bedroom and a living room cum bedroom. And why I'm saying this is because my father was extremely passionate about academics. He became a professor, he also was a poet, and he continued to chase his dream. He did not have the best of facilities, but he made the best of what he had. So in those 2 rooms, he found a corner and stood first in BA and MA and won a gold medal. When I was growing up and I watched him, he was extremely gentle, extremely patient with me. So whatever mistakes I made as a child, I was convinced, he explained to me and I got convinced. It was never that he tried to correct me forcibly. And that created a huge positive impact on me. I learned so many things from him. He was extremely patient. And why I say this? Because when I started playing for India, I bought my own car. I used to love to listen to good music. And most of the times it used to be loud music in the car while I was driving. And my father would be seated next to me, reading his book. Never once did he tell me, reduce the volume, I want to read the book. He was focused and the outside noise did not matter to him. And that's something that I learned from him. Being a good person, it's a practice that every morning you wake up and you remind yourself that you are going to behave in a particular way, which is, I feel, kind of conveys how your parents have brought you up. And that is something which I will always carry for the rest of my life because that's the impression my father left with me.
Awesome, sir. Sachin, sir, in both academics and sports, students today face immense pressure to perform. From your experience, how do you deal with this pressure?
Pressure is on everyone at every level. You meet any individual in this room, we will have pressure. There are 2 types of pressures. One is external and one is internal pressure. External pressure is all about what the world is saying about you. I think in today's world, when social media is so active, people want to know what is being said about myself. Generally, every individual is bothered about that. When I went out to bat, you have to learn how to use that to your advantage. When I went out to bat, I used to get reception like this, which was fantastic. Sometimes it was overwhelming. Sometimes I felt I was not in the frame of mind to start my innings. I just needed that break. I needed the crowd to settle down a bit. So those were the occasions where I would remove my shoelace or remove the strap of my leg guard, or someone would be moving on top of the side screen. I would settle the crowd down, make sure that those 22 yards belong to me, and then started my innings. It is like a ship sailing through water to get to its destination. But the moment there are holes in the ship and the water starts seeping in, the ship starts sinking. And that is exactly what I'm trying to tell you, that external pressures will be there. You need to shut off. You need to stay focused on what you want to achieve in life. We come to internal pressure. Internal pressure is actively led by your conscious mind. When your conscious mind is moving ahead of the moment, it starts putting multiple scenarios in your head which are imaginary. Failure, consequences, disappointments, and all these things, they kind of freeze you. They increase the pressure. The idea is to stay in that moment. When I went to bat, people talk about, he was in that zone and that's why he batted well. And what is that zone? That zone is all about surrendering yourself to your subconscious mind, which knows what to do. It is always the conscious mind, as we call it. The monkey over your shoulder would be putting doubts in your head. And while batting, also sometimes that would happen. Before the ball was delivered, the conscious mind would put doubts in your head. Could that be a bouncer? Could that be a yorker? Could that be an outswinger where the delivery was not released at all? So I found myself batting at my best when I had surrendered myself to the subconscious mind. So that would be my advice to all of you, to stay focused, stay aware of what's happening around you, but don't let the external energies dominate what you want to be in life.
Absolutely. So one last one. On this centenary celebrations of Andhra University, your one message to all the students out there.
We are celebrating a very, very big moment. Centenary of Andhra University. The magical figure that we talk about happened with the contribution of many. The teachers who taught for decades. And there are many illustrious people who have been able to shape our country, who have to give a new meaning to the youth of India, who have guided them. And all these things would never have happened without the guidance of all those teachers who imparted knowledge with a lot of humility and integrity. But those were the last 100 years. With impeccable reputation of the university, the responsibility lies on the next generation and generations to follow. Now, how do you, with such impeccable reputation, please understand that the expectations are going to be high. And if the expectations are high, the responsibility automatically increases. I want to take this opportunity to wish you the very best of luck, because I know my father, being a professor, how committed he was and what gave him the most satisfaction when he got to hear good things about his students. I personally felt that was his greatest return gift. And so would be the teachers of this university. At the pace that the world is moving, there will be a lot of innovations. Plenty of things would be expected of you in different spheres of life. My simple message to you, which I followed throughout my journey, was we all want to be successful. Success never happens overnight. It takes time. We have to be patient and follow the right path. While doing so, while chasing your dream, don't cut corners and find shortcuts and compromise values. That is going to be extremely important for our country to move forward and for you to set examples for the next generation. I again want to thank you for having me here and giving me this opportunity to spend this wonderful moment, which I will cherish in my life. And the love and the affection that you have showered upon me will always stay in my heart. It is priceless for me. So thank you very much. Namaskaram and God bless you all.